Good evening. It's about 5 o'clock Mountain Time. I'm going to take a look at CL again here. Today is Thursday. Looking like we're just about to close and reopen the market. We're just about to reopen here. Yeah, I think we are. Anyways, there was just like an interesting pivot that I wanted to point out to see if CL might be a little bit Dunsky here on the week, but it's bullish. So, like we reported with commercial interest on crude, that we were bullish on crude. So, not really looking for potential short setups here or short scalps, but maybe for an entry into the trade. So let's just take a peek. I can't remember where we left off a couple days ago, right? So must have been Monday or Tuesday. We were looking at this range that we escaped here and took off. So what I was playing with today, let's see, we had open here. Looks like we're going to close. Ooh, looks like it closed just about dead even today. Look like an open and close right in the same spot. What does that mean? Well, we're starting off low today for the Friday trading. I was looking to see if we had a potential candidate in here for a kind of a swing pivot. So, I mean, is this potential swing pivot here? And what I was concerned with, or at least maybe even just identifying, is that we traded below this pivot here. So nice push off pivot, went up, grabbed the top. We had this lower high here and lower high here. And was this a potential candidate? We traded through this. I'm going to come back up, retest some areas up in here, and down we go on Friday to close the week. It's been buzzing pretty good. WPR is looking like it's heading down to the oversold territory. Looking pretty weak. That is not the one that I wanted. So we cut right through the bottom of this range here. Is that what we come down and retest? But we did have this, the bottom of this daily range that was pretty strong for a while, and it's looking like a pretty good pivot here. Looking like a pretty decent pivot, and WPR is moving down, so we were up in this for the day today. 2 days. Look like 2 days of strength here. Starting right here. Look good. So, same difference even the 4 hour. What are we looking at? We got a high, we got a lower high on this side. And we're going to come down and test this area, bounce up, and get a lower high. Don't know. Looks like it's weakening though. What's the market sentiment look like? It's right in the middle ground, which is tough, but we do like it when it's down here. If you're trying to get in on this trend here, you're trying to get into this, this markup, because this is marking up nicely. Potential top of the week, quite possibly. We were trading definitely higher than last week, so. And looking like we broke through this. Can we come down, retest this, and take off? Possible. Have to look for some strong pivots, though. Maybe for market sentiment to come down a little bit. And then we can get in on a buy here. It will line up nicely. Somewhere over here. Right into next week. Well, that's what's got me interested here on crude, at least. We had identified some buy setups back here that hopefully got some folks into this trade. You know, with this low, with the higher lows on each side, and then we peeled over this pivot, and peeled over this pivot as well. Was that the pivot we were looking for, though, for it to clear? Not necessarily, because we've got a high here. We'll look at a lower high pivot here, right? Come down, we blast through it. We're not looking like we're in any danger to, or at least the market's not giving us any indication that it wants to go down and wants to come up. So regardless, we trade through it. We trade through a handful of pivots over here. And we form a nice little fractal here, and another opportunity to get in on this trade. All details are in the last video, I think. In any event, it might come down a little bit here. Come up, retest, form a nice pivot. This is questionable, though. I mean, I don't know if that's in. We don't trade past this, then we definitely know. We don't get up past this pivot, then it's probably confirmation too. So let's see if this can trade back up and come down and finish the week down near last week's highs. See if we can find support there, and then keep going. That's all I got to say about crude. We've been bullish on this for pretty darn good reason too. Commercial interest, consistent increase in buying, consistent positive outlook. And this is what bulls like to see down here. So rising commercial interest, 6-month or 3-year index, doesn't matter. These two are almost tied at the hip here. Diminishing open interest, WPR oversold, and then hello. What's going on down here with market sentiment? It's pretty low. So, yeah, that's why we've been bullish for a while. So anyways, find a safe entry. I don't think crude's done ripping here, but if you get an opportunity down near last week's high, I think you take it. So watch for a nice pivot setup. This looks speculative, you know. I don't know if we have a willing participant here in the pivot. It looks like it though. Like we might come a little lower and test higher. All right, stay safe out there. Hope you find yourself on the right side of the trade. Come and join us in Discord if you'd like. Should be in the description. Thanks a lot.